All right, so I guess I can kind of see, or I guess I can theorize on why there really isn't too many write-ups on this, because once you start digging into it, you see that there really isn't too much to it. It's just it looks so complicated because there's so many fucking brake lines here. There's so many brake lines involved with that ABS bullshit. All right, so I wanted to show you this with it attached to the car, so you can kind of get an idea of just how much you're taking out here. Now, remember that all these brake lines are a shit pile. So the only thing you need is just this fitting, or the fittings to go to the prop valve. All the rest of it's junk. All right. Oh, and the fittings, of course, to go down to the rotor, because that's what we're going to reuse. So the fitting that actually goes down to the wheel well, that goes through the brakes, I left that line here. I took my little saw, my little skill saw, and just beep, and it cuts right through everything quick and easy. And then there's a loop that goes from here to the other side to gets to the goes to the brake master cylinder, and it comes also on this side to go down the wheel well there. So what I did was I just cut it right in the middle, beak. And then so you have these two lines here, and if memory serves me correctly, these aren't the same as the prop valve, so you need to not get these mixed up. So that's a big reason why I left a big chunk of lines here, and that's probably gonna be the last two things I take out. But yeah, so I cut the shit off for the ABS module itself. Then I cut it in the middle, and once you got the lines taken off the prop valve, this is all you're left with. This big old tangled mess. And I think there's like a 10 millimeter or 12 millimeter bolt that holds it to the chassis. All the rest of the plastic brackets, all I did was just yank them off. It's no big deal there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna, like I said earlier in the other part of the video, I'm just gonna go with it right now and just see where I decide to stop. I got no specific time to be out here. I don't want to be out here all night because it's freezing. You can't see it, but my breath is fucking fogging up everything. All right, let's go a little bit further into it. All right, so I think this is going to be the last segment for this little video, and I'm pretty confident that I can do this. I can complete this tutorial. And I know that some of you guys are going to be probably upset because I didn't film it, step by step. But it really is self-explanatory once you just start it. Remove the fuel filter housing so you can get to the back of the lines. And honestly, I would say you won't even really need to. At first, if you want to put the new lines in a place where they're going to look neat, I guess back there, then you need to remove that, and then because there's so much shit that you can do just to cut. Like you cut this, you cut that. While I was down here, I realized that I still have my heater core lines in place, so I'm gonna be removing that shit. That's not going back on there. I plan on keeping this car for a long time. It's gonna be, I'm gonna daily it, but it's gonna be race car. So I'm not worried about power steering or whatnot, which also was still hanging off this car. So shedding some weight today too. God damn it. Yeah. So that power steering shit is gone. I'm not using that. I yanked at it, and I yanked at the line here, but that sensor that went to the power steering thingy that was here, so that's gone. I do have a manual rack that eventually I'll put in one day. If I probably will case swap this car eventually. So once the time comes that I do the case swap, I'll probably switch out the racks. And if you're asking me why I'm not switching out the rack pinion right now, well, goddamn it, I am short on time. I'm probably gonna be leaving very, very soon, probably this month. So I don't feel like fucking swapping out the rack because I don't feel like dealing with the steering column and all that bullshit. Okay, so I finished taking that bolt out. It was a 12 millimeter, by the way, and I did manage to get these loose, thank God. And yeah, so the only thing I need to do to remove for this to be 100% old stuff removed is to lift the car up and just unbolt it from the wheel well. All right, but all right. So just to say, as far as what I expect without actually getting down there, what I expect to do to finish this off. Yeah. Hold on, brain fart. Be back. Alright, so the brain fart moment I was having was I was like, oh shit, well where the fuck do the lines go from, we're missing two slots here. I know that the prop valve sends the two lines to the brakes, but where the fuck do the lines from the master cylinder go? And after staring at it and staring at it and staring at it, I was like, well, let me just go look at the new prop valve. And here's the new prop valve. Boing, 2 on each side, right? So you got the 2 for the rear there and the 2 for the front side there. So I just need to figure out which one is for the brakes and which one is going to go to the master cylinder, or if it even matters. I'm going to dig around and get that info here, but yeah. Also, man, this experience right here is kind of giving me the confidence to do a brake line tuck. I'm sure, you know, it'd be a little bit more strenuous, but not too much. I think, well, maybe one day, yeah, because I can see how the rear brake lines would be more of a pain in the ass, because you cut nose out, you have to do like the entire car. Anyway, that's a whole other subject. You stay on this one. So yeah, so I think that also looking at here where the old prop valve used to sit, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to directly bolt it on, so I might have to like pick a new one to stick it on and cut one of the other nubs off and just kind of like pull the lines a little bit. They're really malleable, so it won't be a big deal for me to bend them a little bit. But yeah, I think the rest of this is gonna be a pretty quick work. I don't have all my tools outside right now because I'm building engines in the house. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I got that sloppy pool over there and shit. So yeah, when I come back out here to finish that, I'll have some more stuff out here. But yeah, I think this is going to be pretty quick and easy for the finale here, guys. Not too much to it, really. Like I said, once you get to it and you actually make way, the clearance to get to the prop valve, I think just unbolting the prop valve or taking the lines off the prop valve without fucking it up are the big thing. But just remember, the only ones that you need intact are the rear lines. So if you can get the rear lines off successfully, and you're just having, you know, issues with getting the front lines off, you just bend it back and forth until it breaks, or cut it with something real quick, and then you can just mount it, the prop valve, into something tight and then work it there. All right, so yep, first bit of this ABS brake delete is now concluded. Thanks guys for watching, and peace.